Hello, science fans! It's almost Halloween, which comes just before All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day here in the Philippines. These are non-working holidays to allow us to honor our dead, which means a lot of us in the cities will be flocking to our hometowns in different provinces. Whenever we go home, I love hearing about local myths and stories about ghosts, spirits, and monsters. And one I remember very well until now is a story about the balete or banyan tree in our village. At night, it would be lit up not by artificial lights, but by fireflies. Our elders would tell us to stay away from the tree because of these fireflies. Because when they're present, it means that the tree is the home of various spirits or supernatural entities, and any damage we were to inflict, consciously or not, on the tree, would cause their wrath to be directed towards us. Scary, right? But is it really just a myth? Or could some of it have some truth in it? Before I try and answer this question using science, let me first say hi to our new viewers. My name is Chona and I'm your resident Filipina scientist. I'm a researcher who loves to go on field, and I love hearing about unique traditions and stories in the places we visit. I'm also a teacher who believes that discussing science within stories makes them easier to understand and to remember. And SHE-ensya is my science communication channel, where I love discussing the science in everyday things. Should we really be scared of fireflies and balete trees? Fireflies and balete or banyan trees on their own do not cause harm to humans. If you're mindful of the various insects and animals that live within the tree, you can approach it, even touch it, without getting harmed. In fact, fireflies and banyan trees play important ecological roles in their respective ecosystems. For example, fireflies are important pollinators, especially for flowers that bloom at night. Their nocturnal activities involve visiting flowers for nectar and transferring pollen between flowers, aiding in plant reproduction. Fireflies are also sensitive to changes in their environment, such as pollutants or habitat destruction. Their presence or absence can serve as an indicator of the overall health of an ecosystem. A decline in firefly populations can signal environmental disturbances. Firefly larvae are also carnivorous and feed on other insects, such as snails and slugs, which can be pests in agricultural settings. And so, by controlling the population of these organisms, fireflies actually contribute to crop growth. In turn, firefly larvae and adults serve as a food source for various predators, including birds and spiders. They are a part of the food web of their ecosystems, contributing to the diet of many organisms. Firefly larvae also contribute to decomposition by consuming organic matter. They break down dead leaves and detritus, thus returning nutrients to the soil, which helps plants grow. On the other hand, banyan trees, with their extensive aerial roots and large canopies, provide shelter and habitat for a wide variety of organisms. Birds, insects, bats, and aerial plants often make their home in balete trees. The dense foliage of banyan or balete trees create a microclimate beneath them, offering cooler temperatures and higher humidity. This can be essential for various plants and animals, especially in hot and arid regions. The extensive root system of banyan trees helps prevent soil erosion. Their roots bind the soil together, reducing landslides and maintaining soil integrity. Banyan trees contribute to the nutrient cycling by shedding leaves, fruits, and other organic matters. These materials decompose, thus enriching the soil with nutrients and organic carbon. The fruits of banyan trees are a source of food for various animals, including birds and mammals. They then disperse the seeds of the banyan tree, and thus they help each other survive. Perhaps the legends that grew around fireflies and banyan trees highlight their importance to the environment. This tale can be seen as a warning against the reckless cutting down of trees and the negative effects that can have to the environment. But beyond this, we have more scary creatures and stories that reflect the state of science at the time they became popular. The manananggal is a terrifying creature in Philippine folklore, often depicted as a woman who can detach her upper body and fly around with bat-like wings. She is known for her penchant for sucking the blood of pregnant women. In a way, this myth could be interpreted as a cautionary tale against the dangers of parasitic creatures, such as mosquitoes who suck our blood and can also cause diseases such as malaria or dengue. It can also be seen as a symbol of the dangers associated with pregnancy and childbirth in a time when medical care was limited and maternal mortality rates were higher. And related to that, we have the tiyanak, which is a demonic infant which appears to be an innocent baby to lure unsuspecting victims into the forest. Once someone picks up the tiyanak, it transforms into a monstrous creature. This myth could be seen as a warning against going into the wilderness, especially at night, where one can encounter dangerous creatures or you can even get lost. For those who love forests and mountains, you might have heard of the lakitnon and the tikbalang. The dalakitnon is a creature that dwells in the mountains of the Philippines and is said to be a protector of our forests. While it may not be inherently scary, stories about the dalakitnon emphasize the importance of respecting natural habitats and not disturbing the balance of the ecosystem. The tikbalang, on the other hand, is a half-horse, half-human creature that dwells in forests and mountains. It is believed to be a guardian of the environment. Stories about the tikbalang may encourage people to treat the natural world with respect and to venture with caution into the wilderness. And as someone who loves the ocean, one can't help but hear about the sirena and the shokoy. Philippine mythology, sirena and shokoy are often depicted as women and men, respectively, with fish tails. In some places, they are regarded as beautiful guardians, while in other areas, they are feared for their ability to seduce and drown fishers or steal children who swim unguarded. These sea creatures may serve as a reminder of the mystery and dangers of the ocean. The tales of Sirena could also highlight the importance of marine conservation and respecting the creatures that inhabit the seas. These myths, while being scary and entertaining, reflect our deep connection with the natural world. They provide insights into the cultural, ecological, and historical factors that have shaped the relationship between the people of the Philippines and the environment around them. But what do you think? What are some of your favorite Filipino myths that keep you up at night? Do you think they also have some roots in science or the environment? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below.